What is up, my spooky?
Okay. That's a way to sort of quack. But
It's
that's fine.
okay. We don't do this very often.
No,
It's fine.
plus this is the first episode.
Yes, this is the first episode of There's a Ghost in My Closet, which
Mhm.
explains the Ooh, which explains the probably poor mic quality.
Yeah, we don't really much have money for very expensive
No, because who can
things.
have money in this economy?
Oh no,
Mm,
especially cats.
it's
Don't
okay. Feed Finder's waiting for me on my phone.
it's tempting. Is very, very tempting with this economy.
What? My feet are pretty. Might as well get some money off of it. Anyway,
Hey.
um, so today for the intro,
Yeah.
nobody likes to jump into anything without knowledge beforehand, being prepared, being mentally prepared for
Yes.
this insane, chaotic
So what we're gonna
series.
do is we're going to, explain who we are, why we're doing this podcast,
Hmm.
and what it's going to be about. And then we're going to say our experiences and what we experienced ghost wise or just feelings, maybe.
Feelings will work like ghost therapy. I mean, I am going to school for that.
I like things like a feeling like you're being like someone's
Yeah, like,
like or you're just being watched in your head.
yeah.
Oh, kind of
Also, we
thing.
have a plot twist. She has a hyperfixation on this stuff, and I live it. I just so happen to practice the art of I don't know what the word is. Using a witch, being called a witch and living in the South can kind of put a target on my back. But
Yeah.
I do indulge in the practice every now and again. And by indulge, I mean I have a regular routine.
And I can say that
Talking to spirits is my every Saturday.
and she does tarot readings, which she has done a lot of tarot readings for me,
Oh,
and they
yes.
are 100% accurate.
Yes, and um, yeah, I've given Carly the
Which is me.
Carly. Oh, we didn't.
No, we didn't. So I messed it just we have to introduce ourselves. Anyways, I'm Carly, and this is my friend Allison. Which
Who this?
yeah, which I call her Allison, but she
You will probably hear other people call me Alice. That's what I go by. She has been my best friend since we were 9. She doesn't have a choice. I don't have a choice. We're just like this. Which is what brought us to start this. In fact,
we actually wanted to start it for
we
a
were
long time.
yeah.
We just couldn't figure out what we wanted to do.
Back on the tarot reading subject, I've given Carly the gracious ability at any time during the podcast, and this goes for all episodes, to hit a button.
Which right now I don't have a button. I can probably
We're gonna work so anytime during the podcast. It's gonna be at random. It could be beginning, middle, end. And I'm gonna pull an oracle card for you guys, and that's gonna be unethical life advice you should probably follow because I'm always right when it comes to psychic abilities. Yeah, we're gonna indulge into what I mean by that here in a little bit. We were a little excited. Oh,
Oh,
listen, we were a little excited. Okay, this is going well. But anyway, I'm using the Oracle of Roses deck by how do you pronounce her name? Caroline Darcy. And I found this at Books and Million if anyone wants to look at that. But anyway, yeah. Randomly throughout the episodes, she will pull one and I'll probably have a different deck every time. It'll be fun. So it'll be
yeah.
just be random advice.
Like either we might do it for the first episode or we might start it on the second episode if it just really depends on
Yes. Yeah. So take what I say whenever I do a reading for anybody, and I always do it with their consent. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So it is completely up to you whether or not you feel it is meant for you.
students.
Okay. Do you want to indulge into
Like
the
why
stories?
this this? Well, we already said why.
Yeah, we already said why. We're just hyper fixating nerds that like
What
that like
can we
everything
what can we say
paranormal and
like fully what it's supposed to be?
okay, moving on to well, you can say what it's about. We said the why.
Yeah. What it's fully about, we're going to be talking about haunted stuff.
Haunted stuff.
And we're gonna search up a lot of
Cryptids,
yes.
witchy stuff.
Mm, and we're going to basically indulge on a lot of things. Like we're gonna find places that are really haunted and there's like stories about it. We'll go
Mhm.
on Reddit, read people's
Hate Reddit.
experiences maybe, and we may search up things and go into full explanation, like what it used to be, why is it haunted,
Mhm.
if anything's happened,
Kind of like
that
a
place.
paranormal, what's the word? Encyclopedia almost, but the fun part is, we're currently working on it right now. Hopefully by the time this episode is released,
And maybe you
we
might get some
will,
listen.
you know, we will
Alright.
have a business email. It's probably gonna be called "There's a Ghost in My Closet." And you guys can send emails about listener stories. I really wanna do listener stories about personal experiences.
Like,
I think that would be
if
fun.
you had like just like a, you know, just a bit of feeling,
We want
kind of,
friends.
yes.
We
We
desperately want friends.
we
We
just
I
don't
mean
have one. We were so nice.
we I personally want to expand more on, like, with my spiritual beliefs and practices, and just the fact that being a witch in the South is really hard, guys. Really
Yeah,
hard. You
it's thank
you
God
go
it isn't
downtown.
thank God it isn't back then.
Yeah, hey, I take full pride in myself knowing that I would've been burned at the
Same,
stake the
same.
second I opened my mouth, but that's not really how you can make friends in the South. You can't go there and say, "I'm a witch, wanna join my coven?" You get shunned. You get rocks pelted at your head.
No, no, but we were shy.
Sunshine. Hey, Charlie, you wanna go to the Leo Pleurodons? It's a
Mhm.
magical Leo Pleurodon.
You're gonna show us the way.
They're gonna show us the way.
Anyways, one of the people, there's two people that kind of inspired us to actually think of maybe like, of course, doing this podcast about
Oh, yeah,
haunted stuff.
several.
But one main one for me is Sam and Colby. I
Oh, yeah.
watched their videos for years,
Mhm.
like when they first started Vine, and I was watching
Oh,
them
yeah, I've been watching
over.
them since, like, 2017. They're old.
Yeah, we've been watching them for
Yeah,
almost 10,
it's we're both old, like, oh
about
my god.
10 years or 10 years or more.
Yeah, like, I mean, I currently, right now, am about to be 21, turn
And
21
I am
next month.
21.
So, we've been doing this for a while, but, is there anything that got you into this kinda stuff, or was it just a pull?
Uh, like I said, Sam and Colby kind of inspired me. Like, I want to do something to deal with the paranormal. But
We're, like, the
also,
only people in our group that enjoy this type of stuff, so we were like, "Sure, why not? This sounds fun, we're bored." I'm
yeah,
personally, me, I'm bored with my daily work and school life, and I wanted something that kind of
yeah, no,
got me up in the morning, excited about something. And this was
yeah,
so
no,
fun.
that's
If you would like to, we thought we would give you guys our personal stories, our personal experiences, and then the next episode will, I think, be a lot more interesting because it's gonna be about an actual story. Unless this one's really short, then
which
do a little bit.
we may already have like one we can search up, kind of like
Yeah.
our state that we
Mhm.
live in. Um, one of them at least. There's a whole bunch, but there's one.
Yeah, and, we love to educate, especially to, like, the loyal, probably only 7 listeners we'll have for the beginning.
Hey, maybe.
My boyfriend, I told him that if he doesn't listen, I'll cry, so he's obviously listening.
Yeah, my boyfriend used this stuff.
Hey, Oliver is gonna get really interested hearing your voice online and stuff.
Yeah. Oliver's my son. I had him back in January
He is
too.
my godson, my nephew.
Yeah.
I will be sending him home bouncing full off of sugar. Anyway, would you like to start with your list of experiences?
So I have a couple. We have one that we share.
Oh, yeah, there's several. We used to go ghost hunting a lot in high
Oh,
school.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's Salem. My first experience.
Mhm.
I was at work. I used to work at overnight shift, which was hell. But
I hate overnight shifts. I had to work a couple.
I didn't get used. But
Mm.
anyway, I was stalking the show, and in my peripheral, on my left side, I saw like I thought there was a customer coming up behind me to go past me because we were still open to customers, and I moved forward to move out of the way so they can get past me. And normally, it's normal for me to look to the
Yeah.
side and see them walk past, see but Like, it was a full-on black figure to my right, I saw no one, and then I went from the right, um, and, like, turned to the left, look around me,
Mhm.
nobody was there. I didn't feel much, like, wind, but I felt someone was there. There have been people to pass away, like,
Oh,
older
yeah.
people in my work.
Especially, that Walmart, is fairly new.
It's about 10
So,
years old.
yeah, like, I remember when it was being built.
Yeah. A couple of old people, elderly passed away. Some I think, due to heart attacks. I'm not really sure.
It's very possible. I don't know, I feel like, a lot of people just don't really understand why spirits are there, and I think it's really interesting to kind of talk about,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term. Like, there could have been, so, like, you could easily look up the history of the building, you could easily look up, honestly, and just using your gut instinct, that's kind of a huge thing with, like.
I didn't feel like a badge, but, just more of like a, "Okay, that was,
Yeah, that was
good."
something. You just want some
Maybe
attention.
it was something that not a lot not a lot of people can see ghosts. Can't see ghosts. Maybe it was showing itself for me. Like,
If you bel my, what all of my, like, practitioner mentors have told me and what I've always kind of
investigate.
believed is if you feel like something's there, it probably is.
I always feel like I'm being watched now. I wanna know.
It's just hard differentiating anxiety from gut.
Yeah.
With intuition, it's always in your stomach. With anxiety, it's always in your chest. So keep that in mind. Um,
Well, there's experience you do. We're gonna try and go back and forth with experiences, kind of. Do you have any?
oh, I have a ton.
Mhm.
I think I should start off with the thing that kind of made me believe in this whole thing to begin with. I mean, I've always been super interested in learning more about the stuff. I've been like Googling stuff since I was a kid and like, those like cheesy 2016 like 3 a.m. challenges that everyone was doing back when we were in middle school. Yeah, we did quite a few of those, which is why kind of explains what this story is about. Anyway, I used to live in this old house when I was a kid, and it was my childhood home for the most part. And it was also the house that me and you did a lot of spooky
Spooky.
as kids. Spooky.
Yeah, I'm 8 of 9 and
Yeah. We basically did what every kid does and messed with you weren't supposed to. And okay,
I love it.
probably, yeah. So our house was really small. It was my room directly next to it, my parents, and directly next to it, my brothers. And then there was the bathroom right across from it and just a tiny little hallway. And then the kitchen is very classic, small 1960s, 1970s home. Um, and my room was pretty small, but I never slept as a kid. I don't know why. I think I was like some sort of hormone, something. I don't know. But
Sleep schedule
no, I don't think there's yours. Don't look at me like.
started with both close to the same time our sleep schedule was.
No, we don't sleep. But, anyway, from so I was the only one that would stay up. I would literally stay up until, like, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning every single night, even on a school night. But my brothers would be asleep, and my parents would be asleep. But, I mean, my mom mainly. My dad didn't really live with us that much because of work, but my mom would be dead asleep. And every single night from the time of 12 a.m. to 4 a.m., I would be laying in my bed watching TV. I would start hearing footsteps run, like itty bitty footsteps running from the garage door, which was at the end of the hallway, all the way down
Okay.
to my door. I would hear that every single night from 12 p.m. or no, 12 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. and then it would just stop. And it got to the point, it happened so often, I was scared because eventually it would stop right. You know that feeling you get when you know someone's standing outside your door, but you don't know who, you just know someone's there? That's what it was like for me. It would be like that constantly, every single night, and I was terrified as a kid, and I talked to my mom about it, but she was just like, "There's nobody there, there's probably rats in the walls." Here's the thing, can a rat go all the way down the hallway at that speed with footsteps that
It
heavy?
sounded like footprints?
It sounded like footsteps, yeah.
Yeah. That's a poor thing.
What do I think? Oh, yeah, yeah. I think this is what you're talking about. Um, but this one night and, like, honestly, it just became normal for me at this point, like, every night, I would just expect to hear little footsteps running up and down the hallway, and then, and what's weird is that I've always been, like, in tune with, like, spirits and energies. I'm clairsentient, so I feel things other people don't feel, and ever since I was a kid, I've always felt, like, very girlish, like, little girlish energy around the house. I don't know why. But I never looked up the history of that house. I tried, but nothing showed up.
Girl, but
That's what I felt like it was, now
was
that
it
I'm
like the
thinking back.
demon little girl?
Yeah, they do that. Let's hope not. But anyway, um, one night, it would run up to my door, and the footsteps would get even more heavy. Like, the heavier the footsteps, the louder it was. I'm surprised nobody else woke up. And that would
Maybe it was
happen
targeting
so
just
often.
you.
It was targeting just me because I was the only one in that house who believed it. Like, I had one of our friends over one night, and she even said that she heard stuff. And
Got hurt stuff, but I know, like the kitchen, the light,
yeah,
was it off or
I think it was on.
and then it cut off?
Yeah.
And also, I felt something like that was, on the
Yeah, that
other
house was
door.
insane. But anyway, and then this one night, it happened and the ghost or whoever it was, the footsteps stopped outside my door, it jiggled my doorknob, or at least I thought it did, but I could have sworn I saw it go. And then the running kept on going, and then it stopped early, and I was like, "That's
Maybe
fucking
it's
weird."
like that it knows
I don't know.
that.
It never did anything to harm me. It was just some sort of like poltergeist energy. Trickster energy, I don't know, but it was very much a little kid mischievous
Maybe it was just
energy.
playing.
But after that, I've been, like, fully kind of like a full believer in that sort of thing. I'm also just like it's more of just a gut feeling, like, I know the stuff. You don't have to it's like, you don't have to tell me, like, your experiences. I already kinda know
Yeah.
what's out there and stuff. I just someone like me that experiences this stuff so often, it's really hard to
Yeah.
not believe it, you know?
Well, like with me, I wouldn't say I'm a full believer, but I'm very open-minded, and there have
Mhm.
been times to where I felt like, okay, this is something I have to believe in, and I do believe in it. It's just
Yeah.
not fully like some people, but I am very open. I will say
'Cause I've
I was
experienced
yeah.
so much, bestie. Oh, besties. I can they kept me in a rubber room, rubber room with rats. The rats made me crazy. I was crazy once. Oh my god.
Like, I'm slowly kind of believing. Like, I believed more when I was young, but now since I'm older, it's kind of like it's just I don't know.
Isn't your apartment also, like, super haunted? Like, literally the day I was helping you and James move in, there was a girl that came by and said, like, "Oh, and don't worry about the hauntings. That's just kind of how like, what
Like
happens."
she came to like welcome us to the apartments, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, this place is also haunted, but don't worry."
Well, yeah, I mean, your apartment complex had several shootings. I don't
Oh
doubt
yeah,
it. It's so
so
dangerous. It's so dangerous over there.
we'll
Oh, you're moving
see.
soon. It'll be okay.
We're gonna be moving in September, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Um, but anyways,
Anyways,
she
yes.
yeah, she said her story.
Yes, what is your other experience you would like to share?
So this happened last year, actually. And what month did we go to the Airbnb?
Oh, yeah, this story's good. I think we went in November, or was it October?
Either October or November.
Yeah, I think it was October
Okay, so we went to stay in
of last year,
Airbnb,
yeah.
which made me want to have house to rent
You're
instead of
welcome.
apartment.
Yeah, I was getting tired of living with my parents, so I was
I
like, "You know what?
need
Hey,
to
bestie,
yeah,
you wanna rent an Airbnb out for a night and sleep over?" And it was quite fun.
like it's I hate my stuffy neighbors in the middle of the night. They're loud, and then people talking.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, so I was in the room by myself.
Mhm.
It was dark, but I just had a feeling like I was being watched, but I didn't really see.
Yeah.
You know how like, some Airbnbs, there have been not many, but I had some people say that they got cameras. I didn't
I didn't see any,
It's
no, that Airbnb was so poor that I don't think they could afford
no,
cameras.
like a main problem I love. Well, anyway, I was laying down, okay? I was asleep. I know I was asleep. I was not awake. I was not half asleep.
Mhm.
Um, so on the side of my bed that I was laying on, like I didn't see a figure, or if I did, it was like an outline maybe, but
Yeah,
like my eyes were like squinted. So I know I was
yeah, and
asleep, but I was not awake.
we were in separate bedrooms at this time, so
Yeah.
I did not experience this. She
Yeah.
it was just her.
So I just like those my shoes or like or just shoes that were shuffling on the ground. So I thought they were my shoes or like maybe. And then
Yeah.
I felt like something kind of like sit on the side of the bed. And the first name that came to mind was my great aunt that passed away about 4 to 5 years ago. Oh, great. Yeah, great aunt. And I said, Katie. And then not too long after, I woke up. I woke up in the same position
Mhm.
that I was in quotation marks dreaming about.
Yeah.
And it kind of but I told my family about it and they're like, maybe Katie was coming to see how me and my baby was doing, or like just tell me how it
Tell
was.
them about the dream that your mom had before you got pregnant.
Well, and this was way before, it was before I moved out. My mom had a dream from Katie, basically telling her not any of my other siblings, which I have four, only me. She told my mom to teach me everything I need to know. My friend for here says that
That'd be me. That'd be
that
mom.
and
My boyfriend says that that's his favorite laugh that I do because he knows I'm thinking about doing something I shouldn't be doing.
I've known you for so many years. When I hear that laugh, I'm like, Allison, what are you saying? But my mom, after she had that dream of like my great aunt Kate telling my mom
Mhm.
to tell me everything I need to know, I didn't really think much of it then. Um, but when Allison mentioned, hey, maybe like she had a feeling maybe you were going to at some point, like she probably knew you're gonna be pregnant, or she had a feeling that something's gonna be different in the years to come. And
Yeah,
yeah,
spirits, it's a huge belief. I'm not saying like everything I say take with a grain of salt because this is my belief system. Like kind of like I'm what I do isn't a religion, but it is something I
something
believe
she's
in.
done
Yeah,
for
so
me.
I've done this for a lot. I've been doing this since I was 14, so doing this for a while. But spirits, entities, anything in that sort of realm, time is not existent there. And there's this large theory that spirits can tell the future. And or they have this sort of like way to tap in to what's in your near future. And like the future is always take with a grain of salt, grain of sand, whatever. Because like that's why I don't do future tarot readings on people because I do not believe that that is what is going to happen. Nothing is in the future set in stone. There is just the path
Yeah,
that you're on currently.
like it can change, but
And
if you stay on this path, maybe.
you are reality shifting in every single decision that you make. And so when spirits can easily tap into your dreams. I've had several dreams from my ancestors, especially after the death of a loved one, like ancestors from years before they were born would come to me in a dream and just be like, "Hey, watch over the rest of the family," stuff like that. Um they ancestors are very powerful spirits because they have such a tie to you. That's your blood, that's your relative, that's they are very powerful spirits in your life. And, I mean, people used to worship ancestors from eons ago, like, for millennia, and they know. They're not stupid.
A whole different world.
I had a very strong feeling and, like, Katie has come up in my readings for you so many times, and, like, every single time she does, there's, like, I see, like, a spotlight, and then I see her standing there, and she never talks. But she gives me kind of like a feeling every single time I try and tap into her energy that's like, you need to kind of explain this to her in a way that she's prepared for. And something when you told me that story, something in me needed to tell you that, oh yeah, she knew. She knew. Like there's no doubt in my mind that she knew what she was talking about. But yeah, that is kind of crazy because I mean, For me, my ancestors have always been the most powerful spirit in my life. Like, I get visits from my grandmother. When my grandpa died, I got a visit from his mother, that died, or no, it was his aunt that I got a visit from, that whom I've never met, but she popped up to me in a dream, and it was kinda crazy.
Eh.
And my lights are flickering right now, it's kinda funny. Oh,
Ah,
it's like, what the f are you talking about?
we need a soundboard,
We need this.
but or
Ooh, I've got to post on our Instagram these cards because these are beautiful, I
we
love
have
these.
a together Instagram
Yes, we are
for our
coming up by the time this is posted, we will have an Instagram up,
and we'll have a profile picture,
and we
which
will have a profile picture, we will have stuff set up, so I will post these on our Instagram so you guys can look at it, but these are beautiful cards. You can look up, I believe I told them the name of them and the artist beginning, so you guys can look it up. Ooh, they're so pretty. Normally for tarot reading, I like to cleanse, but I lit a protective candle earlier before we started this. It's actually lit now, so this should be fine. Okay. What unethical advice do I need to be telling people today? That one fell. Two fell out. All right. And the top one is all right. Two actually fell out. So I'm just this is interesting. Okay, so you guys got the Seeker and the Warrior. Let's look at the hidden meanings for these. That's number 44 and number 18. Okay, the Seeker. Meanings and uses. Empowerment, or sorry, not empowerment. I'm dyslexic. Improvement, identity, freedom, motivation, and discovery. And then the Warrior, which is no, and number 18. Protection, adaptability, skill, loyalty, and discipline. So something tells me that a few of you are might be planning something in the future or might be discovering something internally about yourself. I would say the information and the advice I will give you guys today is whatever pops up, whatever opportunity gets brought to you, you should take it. Whatever discovery you be making, whatever project you be working on, whatever feeling you get, you guys should probably listen to it because you guys need to trust your gut more.
yeah, like sometimes there's never really a right or wrong time to do it. Just
Basically,
have to kind of do it.
basically, stop overthinking. Stop overthinking and just freaking do it.
You should
Be
get
like the
that,
Nike
Chad.
logo.
Chad, we can't say much.
Well, yeah, this is advice for them, not us.
So the same advice, and guess what? We still
Yeah,
overthink.
it's okay.
You know,
Think Nike and just do it.
do it. Just
Do it.
do it.
Just do it. All right. Is it my turn for stories?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Which one do I want to do? Okay, I actually had one not too long ago. This isn't my personal story. I didn't experience this, but my mother did with my grandmother. And this is pretty recent. This was actually the day of her birthday. My grandmother, she passed 2 years ago. And her birthday is on September the 8th. And last year, we recently moved into a new house. And I think like a year and a half ago, my mother, she used to have these two touch lamps at the end of at two ends of her bed. My dad was away on a business trip, so it was just my mom in the bed. And the touch lamp, she was asleep. The touch lamp on her side, um, she woke up because it turned on. And she thought it was her dog, like, pressing his nose up to it because he tends to turn them on. Then she woke up and she was like, "What the heck?" So she turned the light off, and then the second she turned that lamp off, the one on the other end turned on, and there was nobody over there. And it's never done that before. That was the only time that that sort of thing ever happened. But you wanna know what happened the night before? Her mirror completely fell off her wall. Like,
Did
it
it
was
break?
nailed to the wall. No, it didn't break, but it was nailed to the wall, and it just fell off. And it was the night of my grandmother's birthday. And
And no, she was there, but she wanted to freak her
I've
out.
talked to my grandmother several times since she's passed. I've gone to her grave. We have a lot of ghost equipment here. I brought my cat balls and my EMF reader, and I've come in contact with her multiple times, and she is very, very much still active in our lives, which I love because I was very close with her.
Yeah, and I love going to her house. Like, my parents didn't live too far from her
Yeah,
house.
we would be literally every
Every time
time
e
that
every
I went
time
to
she would be
visit.
back after being out of state for a minute,
Yeah.
I'd always go over there and we'd hang out, and then usually I would spend the night sometimes.
Yeah, it was, she was the type of person that you just kind of she was so welcoming and so inviting that if you needed a place to stay, she would have it.
Yeah, like she said, like, anytime I wanted to come over, even if Allison wasn't there, I could
Yeah.
come.
She wanted to have that sort of place that everyone felt comfortable enough to go to and that people had a place to go. She wanted to be that place for people, and that's why I love having people over so much. That's why if you guys need anything, literally text me, let me know. If you guys need a place to stay, I have that spot for you.
Yeah, but, you know, stranger danger. Hey, stranger
Oh, no,
danger.
I'm very I do pride in myself and my choice of character. If I feel anything off about you, you ain't going near my house, sorry, but you're just not.
Yeah,
But, obviously, if you need it, I can either point you in the right direction or there is always a spot. Welcome at my house. Maybe not in my, apartment, but
yeah, like,
I will definitely point you in the right direction. But yeah, so my grandmother is still very much and I'm one of those people that works with my ancestors, for quite frequently. I have a kind of altar set up for my ancestors. I lit candles and, like, I, try to honor them as much as I can because that's just my personal belief. I love working with my ancestors and stuff, but, yeah, freaky. No, and that's just 2 of my experiences. I mean, the other ones are pretty dull compared to those, but, I mean, those are just everyday lives, like the shadow deity that likes to pop in my bedroom every now and then, and
well, pop
since
in the
before.
doorway of your bedroom,
Yeah,
you
my
okay.
doorway, he likes to watch me sleep, but
Mhm.
it's okay because I put a spiritual ward on my bedroom.
Yeah, you
Ain't no spirit
yeah,
welcome in
you
my
also
bedroom,
said that
which is
they're
funny
not
because this
allowed in your room.
podcast nobody no spiritual entity is allowed in my room, which is funny because this podcast is called "There's a Ghost in My Closet," now that I'm thinking about that. Spiritual protection, you guys. Consent is key in everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. Anyway.
My answer.
Oh my god. Wait. Um, buttons, not the gumdrop buttons. Not the gumdrop but I'd be saying that at work and people look at me like All right, and the last story, because we are getting up at I think we're almost at 40 minutes now. It's kinda crazy.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's going
Mm.
so fast. I know. We only planned on this being like 45 minutes for like a good introduction. I think we can go on to our shared experience that we have. That was
Yes.
kinda crazy. I mean, we have a couple, but this is the craziest that I can think of that we've had.
Yeah, like, okay, so I'm gonna start it off. We were
All right.
going to this, was it called Baby Ghost Bridge or something?
Oh, I don't remember. Let me look it up. I think it's like some sort of like Candy Baby Bridge or something like that. It was this bridge. We live in Alabama. This
Yes,
bridge, and
no, we don't date cousins. That's what some people
well,
like to
my
say.
my
Do
my
you date your
grandpa's,
cousin anytime
my
you know?
step grandfather's parents were cousins.
I'm talking about us, not
No, not us. No, my family isn't from here, so like, and he's not biologically related to me.
still though.
Oh, okay.
It's not right. I mean, I heard.
Oh, I have my iPad. It's okay. My iPad. I love this thing. But yeah, you can go ahead and tell it. I can.
Okay. So we were going to that bridge. How old were we?
We were sophomores in high school, I think, so we were like 15, 16. You're older than me, so I think you were 16 and I was 15.
Yeah. Um, so we were heading there, and which from what she said, her grandma got new tires.
Brand new tires.
Yes, brand
Also,
new.
I just want to disclaimer, my grandmother is also what kinda got me into this sort of thing because she would always be taking my cousins to New Orleans to ghost hunt and all this spiritual stuff. My, great-grandmother, her mother was also kind of an entity in the house that she said she encountered a lot, so she was also very much into this sort of thing as well.
But anyway, we were heading our way there, and we were on
Crybaby Hollow,
yes,
sorry.
Crybaby Hollow.
Crybaby Hollow is the name of the bridge. It's in Morgan County.
Weren't we really close to it?
We're like okay, so we were on our way there. My grandmother, my
Mhm.
cousin, and I, we went to go pick up Carly And like she said, her parents used to live really close to her house. Um, and we bought some candy. The legend is, even when your car is in neutral, the car will still move down the bridge. And it's been tested, it's been proven. Look it up. Somebody brought one of those like liquid levers. They put it down in the car. It was level and the car was still moving. It was in neutral. And my grandmother's been there several times. And it's also rumored that you can leave candy for the baby. You'll hear a baby crying if you're really
Or you'll
quiet.
have, like, a handprint on your
My grandmother did have a handprint.
wrist.
Yes. It was one of the times she went without us, and she went okay, no kids. It was her, my older cousins, and my mother. They went, they got off the bridge, they went to go get IHOP because she used to love IHOP. There were baby handprints because her car was it was so dusty, like, it was bad. There were baby handprints on the back of her car, like, and they were itty bitty, like, they were the size of Oliver's hands.
Jesus.
Yes. And they were in the back of her car. They got out, they saw it when they got out, and they were like, "Okay, we did not bring any children with us, so that wasn't there beforehand."
Feel about that?
Yeah. And it was rumored that, the story is that there was unfortunately a baby that got murdered by a man on the bridge. I don't know when this was, that's
Very
just a
sad.
legend, but it's very sad, and I'm sure
Hope that man got his karma.
yeah, but yeah, and we were on our way there.
Mhm.
We were about 30 minutes out.
And guess what happened?
The tire
Came yeah, the tire came off the
the
rim.
tire came off the rim, that's really hard to do, those were brand new tires on that car.
Mhm, and, like, nothing was wrong with it, like,
There was no pothole, there was nothing.
there was no pothole, there's no way that it could, like, popped up. I mean, so could have hit maybe, but still, but the thing is, each tire was the same, and it was put on
Mhm.
right, and it was nothing wrong
Maybe
with it.
we can make Crybaby Hollow one of our stories for an episode. I think
Yeah,
that'd be a good
we can
idea.
either do the bridge or Cover Hollows.
Yeah, yeah, there's this ghost bridge near where we live, which to our local listeners is probably they probably know what we're talking about, but I was really wanting maybe we can make this like a bridge,
Well, maybe
2 like 2 bridge stories for like the next
we'll
one.
maybe go do that today. Cool.
Possibly. We might make a video. Oh, we can make videos and post it on our social medias.
Heck yes.
We recently got a spirit box, we
Yeah,
don't use
like,
it.
the tire came off.
The tire
We
completely
don't
came
know
off the
how it
rim. We
came
don't
off.
know how, but,
Yeah,
yeah, it was kinda crazy.
yeah, sad because we really wanted to go
We
to the
really wanted to
bridge,
go, we
but
always have this joke 'cause that the baby just didn't like the candy that we have. We got
yeah,
great candy.
maybe the baby just, like, or this was a sign to not come at that time.
Maybe we can go back
Yeah,
'cause, like, those are brand new tires. There was no freaking way that those tires and then the tow truck didn't come until, like and,
4 or
like,
5 hours
it
later.
3 to 4 hours later, that tow truck, it got there. The time that this happened was, I think, like, 5:30 or 6:30. The truck didn't no, 7:30. I think it was, like, around
It
that.
was around maybe, like, 4 or 5.
Yeah, and then the tow truck didn't end up getting there until, like, 10:30 at night, maybe even 12, and my step-grandpa or my grandpa had to go get us
Yeah,
'cause that car
it
had
was
to get
sad
towed.
because we really wanted to go, but I have a feeling that
If
maybe they were
yeah,
trying to tell us something that, "Hey, don't come at this time."
that baby probably just didn't like the grape candy you picked out. Nobody likes grape
Maybe
candy.
it didn't want candy, maybe it wanted a toy.
Maybe he wanted an
I
offering.
feel like a
Probably wanted a virgin sacrifice.
it's a baby.
It's
It's not a demon baby. It's
you
a
don't know
baby.
that. Don't look at me like that. You can tell we've known each other too long.
Oh, each other for 12 years, man.
Yeah, yes. Anyway, those are our experiences. We obviously have more, but those
Yeah,
were, I think,
the
the
main
ones that impacted our life the most, the ones that gave us the most motivation to do this.
but
And this is my current hyperfixation right now, so you have
yeah,
to put up with it.
but
I'm
by the
medicated.
time y'all hear this episode, it'll be out on Friday. We're
Yes,
recording it on a
we
Monday.
release every Friday,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
Friday monthly. We haven't worked out a schedule yet.
Yeah, this is our first episode.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll be editing
What time is it?
episode
Mhm.
and we like it's a Monday. We're gonna be editing the
Throughout the
entire week,
week.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it hits Friday, we will release this episode that you're be listening to if we have that this hopefully.
I'm pretty sure we will. I mean, we have like you have a couple people lined up. I have a couple people lined up. If
Yeah.
not, then I'll just cry in the corner, and you guys will have to experience that. And I'm a very ugly
Yes.
crier.
And we were thinking of having our podcast on many platforms like Spotify, YouTube.
Yes, this will be uploaded on. I don't know how to upload on iTunes or like
We can figure it out.
the
You
podcast
know,
version of iTunes. I know because I have an iPhone, so I know what that is. But
I know I have it.
anyway,
Just
beg to differ.
and in my opinion, it's better.
In my opinion, Apple.
Well,
Well,
Apple phones break a whole lot easier.
I mean, I've dropped mine several times, but like Apple does have to be upgraded a lot, which I don't like.
Yeah, it's too much for a day.
Apple can be
$3,000.
frustrating, but I like the tech of Apple.
$4,000 for a freaking phone. Both
I
sides.
still have one my phone. Mine's an iPhone 15. I like it, which I can't even freaking find.
Heard it.
Oh my god, I found it. Under the
That's
phone.
that's her main like saying like oh
Oh yeah, I say it at least 5 times a day. She's
yeah
heard it. My boyfriend's heard it. I'm with him like almost
a
every day.
lot.
Yeah, he's basically my husband by now. He better be.
Yeah. What?
Anyways,
Nice. Oh yeah.
yeah. So this was a
This-
pilot episode. I don't even know if you would consider it episode
Yep.
1 yet.
And we have a name for this episode.
Yes, it is called The Lion, the Witch, and the Odyssey.
I can't with that
You
name.
came up with that.
I use
She's so proud of that. Um,
very
it would be really fun if we had like maybe on our social media or something where we had an episode where we kind of explain how we came up with all this. That'd be really fun. But anyway, that wraps up episode 0, I guess. Like pilot,
maybe, but
maybe.
let's say it's our like yeah.
Introductory
Yeah.
episode, yeah. Introduction episode.
Mhm.
So we hope you guys stay tuned for the next one.
Yes.
And this has been a lot of fun.
You guys were
Yes.
very cool.
We love all of you very much. If you guys, we should have social media up by the time this is released. If you guys have any listener stories you want to send us, any experiences personally, you can send that at there's a ghost in my closet at gmail.com because Gmail is so easy to use. We'll probably have that. Yeah. We'll have social medias up and everything by that time. But yeah, I think that wraps up episode 1. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Stay spoopy.
Stay spooky.